wouldn't be here today without a lot of your advice, and thank you very much.
I just have a few short words on suffering from laryngitis, actually, which I'm using this to see if I can say this. Does this help? Okay, I tried this. I apologize. I'm suffering from laryngitis, and which is to your advantage because I'm going to be here. But we heard so many great things about the history, thanks to the early history of women on campus, and about the individuals who have gone forward to make such contributions to our history and to the importance of to set such great role models for women at the College of William and Mary. I'd like to lean forward just a little tiny bit and talk about the current life in college very briefly and the future, and talk a little bit more about what we can all do together, because I think that's one of the strengths of the women of the women of William and Mary. And I thank you so much to our host committee and to the Women's Studies Department for bringing this significant event to the forefront of the college. And I think that today is just the start of the greater recognition of the importance of having the 90th anniversary of women. Just a tiny short aside from a historical point of view. I graduated in 1971. I came to campus in 67. It was a time of transition on campus. We had very strict rules, which they haven't changed that much, I think, since the 20s when I started. We had to wear skirts, wear slacks unless there was snow or exams. We had 11 and 12 o'clock curfews, and we had to sign out every time we got to was a freshman. By the time I was a senior, we could wear jeans, we could wear whatever we wanted, we could go wherever we wanted. My class was so schizophrenic, we never adjusted. So it was a fun time. I remember I was a senior in high school in the spring of 1967, and the word came out across all the radios that at a certain time, on a certain day, the Beatles would be releasing their next hit. And believe me, we were glued, nobody knew what it was, and we were glued to our radios when Paul first sang out the words of Yesterday. So I have a little flashback when I was talking to you today. But I loved William and Mary. I had a great time, but it was obviously a very different experience than you all have today. And I will tell you that I became more active again on campus in the mid-90s. And at the time, Margaret Thatcher was the chancellor. And I remember that she gave a speech in front of Congress, one of the very few women very few non-Americans ever to be asked. I think Winston Churchill, but it was a rare honor for her to be asked to address Congress. And she, to paraphrase badly, she referred to the little unpleasantness of the mid-1700s between the colonies and Great Britain, and said, had there been a woman prime minister at the time, she assured us it would have been handled much better. So I think she was a good role model for our women at the time. But, you know, we still have, you don't have to look very far on campus today to find some wonderful role models. Young women alums who are in positions of authority on campus. We have Stuart Granger, alum, who is the Vice President for Public Affairs, Dean McLaughlin, classmate of mine, one of our juniors, Dean of Education, Karen Cottrell, who was previously the Associate Provost for Admission and is now the Executive Vice President of the Alumni Association, and now Ginger Amber is the Acting Vice President for Student Affairs. So we really have some wonderful young alums who have gone on to have positions of great importance and are wonderful mentors. I know Ginger and Ann Arsenal, also an alum, have a women's leadership program that they conduct once a year from the Office of Student Affairs. So you do not have to look far to find some great mentors and people help you and want to help you with your just career when you're and beyond. And I think this is what I want to say, it's beyond that is important. I had graduated 20 years before I came back, I started to work in the mid-90s at William and Mary, and I will say that the last 10 or 12 years have really been the most fulfilling and the most meaningful to me of my experience with the college. You can find, whatever your interests are, you can find some way to work on those interests on the campus and with the people of William and Mary. And when you walk out those gates, you don't leave your concerns behind you. You carry them with you. And the students that are still on campus and the alums who have already graduated share those concerns. So if you have a problem and you need help somewhere, there is a alum who wants to be helping you. It's just the networking that we need to do to be able to pull these groups together. It's very important, and it's one of the reasons that having events like this one today is very important, because they help us locate each other. They help us know who is interested in what, and they provide some sort of format and ways for us to come together. I will say, in 2002, I became a member of the Board of Visitors, and I'm not sure what is the peak number of women that has ever served on the board, but when I came at that time, I was the third woman to be serving at that time. But you was there, and Suzann Matthews, who later went on to be the second woman director of the board with zillions of years, were the other two women on the board. Now we have 6 women, and we are all alums. Occasionally we have BOV Women's Night Out, but so we are becoming more significant in numbers. But we all, again, carry with us the things that we were interested in on campus, and we continue to pursue those interests with the groups that we reach out to. So I just want to say that as you leave campus, don't forget the students behind you. Don't forget to turn around and help them, because you can accomplish so many significant things if we work together. We don't have to reinvent the wheel every 4 years. We can carry this progress with us. And again, as you have problems, thank you, as you have done today. Thank you for reaching out to the alums who have already graduated and are so delighted to come back and to see you and to hear about the things that you are doing and to work with you, because this is the strength of the community. So thank you so much for having me today. This is a wonderful event. Thank you.